It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you don't stop. Namaskar, welcome to PT Pointers, and in this video we are going to cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, Press Information Bureau and Live Mint. So without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first headline is related to Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners appointment, कंडीशंस ऑफ सर्विस एंड टर्म ऑफ ऑफिस बिल 2023 जो कि इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था राज्यसभा में ऑन 10th अगस्त 2023 एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द बिल चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर एंड अदर इलेक्शन कमिश्नर्स will be appointed by the president on the recommendation of a selection committee, and the selection committee will consist of prime minister as chairperson, leader of opposition in Lok Sabha as member, and union cabinet minister nominated by the prime minister. And earlier in March 2023, Supreme Court had ruled that selection panel should comprise prime minister, leader of opposition and chief justice of India until parliament enacts a law on manner of appointment. And do you know friends, as per article 324 of the constitution, election commission consists of chief election commissioner and such number of other election commissioners as president may decide. Now recently India's involvement in Murmansk port has increased significantly with country with handling of 35% of cargo at Murmansk port in 2023. The port is about 2000 km northwest of Moscow and the port is beginning point of the northern sea route. Now let's know more about Arctic region. So friends, it is above the Arctic Circle and it includes Arctic Ocean with the North Pole at its center, and the vulnerability of the Arctic region due to climate change may have impact on India in terms of economic security, water security and sustainability, and the region also constitutes the largest unexplored prospective area for hydrocarbons remaining on the earth, and India's engagement with the Arctic can be traced back to signing Svalbard Treaty in 1920, and now India is undertaking several scientific studies and research in the Arctic region. This encompasses atmospheric, biological, marine, hydrological and glaciological studies. एंड फ्रेंड्स यहाँ आपको बताना है कि क्या इंडिया का कोई रिसर्च स्टेशन आर्कटिक में लोकेटेड है. इफ यस देन उसका नाम क्या है. यू हैव टू राइट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. नाउ लेट्स नो मोर अबाउट नॉर्दर्न सी रूट. तो फ्रेंड्स, इट इज द शॉर्टेस्ट शिपिंग रूट for freight transportation between Europe and countries of the Asia Pacific region. It begins at the boundary between Barents and Kara Seas and ends in Bering Strait. Our next headline is related to BRICS, and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि recently BRICS leaders agreed at their annual summit to make Argentina, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and United Arab Emirates full members from January 1st to reshape global order. And on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in South Africa, India and China have agreed to step up efforts for disengagement of troops and de-escalation of tensions along the line of actual control. And do you know friends, at present, BRICS grouping comprise 5 major developing countries, and these are Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, representing 41% of global population, 24% of the global GDP and 16% of the global trade. Our next headline is related to light combat aircraft MK-1A fighter jets, and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि इंडियन एयरफोर्स इज लुकिंग टू ऑर्डर अनदर 90 light combat aircraft MK-1A. You know friends, in 2021, Defense Ministry has signed 48,000 crore deal with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited to supply 83 light combat aircraft MK-1A to Indian Air Force, which is a more capable fighter than the current LCA MK-1. Now let's know more about MK-2. So friends, it is under development and it features enhanced range and endurance, including on-board oxygen generation system, which is being integrated for the first time. Heavy standoff weapons of the class of Scalp, Crystal Maze, Spice 2000 will be integrated into the MK2. MK2 will be heavier and much more capable aircraft than current LCA variants, with aircraft 1350 mm longer, featuring canards, and can carry a payload of 6500 kg, compared to 3500 kg by LCA. Our next headline is related to rover Pragyan, and it is in the news because Chandrayaan 3's Pragyan rover begins mobility operations. Word Pragyan is derived from Sanskrit word meaning wisdom, and it is carrying two payloads with it, and these are alpha particle X-ray spectrometer and laser-induced breakdown spectroscope. The rover is aimed to examine composition of the moon's atmosphere and surface. And friends, with landing of Chandrayaan 3, India became the first nation to have landed near moon's south pole, and it also became the fourth nation to land a spacecraft on Luna's surface. Our next headline is related to National Film Awards. एंड ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि रिसेंटली 69th नेशनल फिल्म अवार्ड्स अनाउंस हो चुके हैं एंड द इवेंट इज हेल्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियाज डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ फिल्म फेस्टिवल्स, जो कि आता है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ब्रॉडकास्टिंग के अंदर. एंड रॉकेटरी द नंबी इफेक्ट won the national award for best feature film, while Alia Bhatt and Kirti Senon shared the Best Actress prize for their roles in Gangubai Kathiawadi and Mimi. Telugu superstar Allu Arjun was judged Best Actor for the Telugu film Pushpa The Rise Part 1, and the award for Best Popular Film providing wholesome entertainment goes to RRR. Now let's know about National Film Festivals. So friends, ये established हुआ था in 1954 and it is one of the most prestigious and much looked forward to events in the country. It is presented by President of India and it is given in three sections: features, non-features and best writing on cinema. Now recently, Pune-based College of Military Engineering has become the India's first carbon negative garrison or military formation with commissioning of 5 megawatt solar power plant, and the now solar power generation capacity is increased to 7 megawatt. Now let's know more about College of Military Engineering. तो friends, ये established हुआ था in 1948 as premier institute for training of all ranks of Indian Army, Navy and Air Force, including friendly foreign countries, in various technical and tactical aspects with changing of character of warfare. Our next headline is related to मेरा बिल मेरा अधिकार, जो कि एक इनवॉइस इंसेंटिव स्कीम है एंड यूनियन गवर्नमेंट इसको लॉन्च कर रही है इन एसोसिएशन विद स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स टू एनकरेज कल्चर ऑफ कस्टमर्स asking for their invoices, bills for all purchases, and it is aimed to bring a cultural and behavior change in general public to ask for a bill as their right and entitlement. Now recently, Inland Waterways Authority of India signed memorandum of understanding with Numaligarh Refinery Limited for export of petroleum cargo via National Waterway 2 and India-Bangladesh Protocol route for export of petroleum products to Bangladesh and other Southeast Asian countries. It is aimed at powering PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan to boost India's Act East policy. It is also aimed at fulfilling Hydrocarbon Vision 2030 for Northeast by enabling inland waterways transportation. Our next and last headline is related to green bonds, and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि India is likely to skip selling sovereign green bonds this fiscal year as investors demand higher yields despite their eco-friendly label, according to government official. Now let's know more about green bonds. So friends, they are financial instruments that generate proceeds for investment in environmentally sustainable and climate suitable projects. At present, they have emerged as important financial instrument to deal with the threats of climate change and related challenges. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.